Now, before we go any further and before we start coding anything, I just wanted to take a look at React at a glance from a bird's eye view so that you understand from the start the role it plays in helping us to make websites and user interfaces. Now, we already know that React is a JavaScript library, and we can use that library in a couple of different ways. We can plug it into an existing web page on a site to control just specific sections of that website, like a blog post or a sidebar or something else. And those would just be reusable, interactive React components with some functionality that we can drop into our existing web pages wherever we need them. So that's the first way of using React, to inject it into an existing website or web page to control specific sections. The second way that we can use it is to power the whole website itself. So all the pages and everything in those pages would be driven by React components. The navbar would be a component, the footer a component, and the content in the middle would be a component, etc. Even the page in itself would be a React component. This is how React websites are built, using components. So React would essentially control the whole website using all of these different components together. And when we use React this way, we're creating what's known as a single page application, or a SPA for short. That's not to say it only has one single page on the website as such, but that only one single HTML page is required to make the site. And then page content can be injected and removed by React when we browse the website. For example, a traditional website behaves like this. We type a URL into the address bar in a browser and then we hit enter. This sends a request to the server for that website, and that server returns a response, which is an HTML page, and we view that in the browser. If we clicked a link on that page to go to another page on the website, the browser would then send another request to the server to get that new page, and so forth. For every new page we go to, it would be the same pattern of the browser making another request and the server sending back another page. However, when we use React to make a website, this process is very different. We still type an address into the browser and hit enter, and that still sends the initial request to get an HTML page from the server. That much is the same. However, now in the browser, React kicks in and starts to control the website. And now all the content on the whole web page is driven by React and React components. For example, the whole homepage would be a React component. Inside that, the navbar would be a component, the content would be a component, etc. Then, if we click on a link in that page to go to another page, React would intercept that request to the server for a new page. So it never gets sent to the server, and instead React looks at the request and the page that we want to navigate to, and then it loads in the content for that new URL dynamically into the browser. And the same would be true for any other page we try to navigate to. React would just quickly swap out the content for each page. So it results in a much quicker and smoother experience than a traditional website does, because we're never actually sending requests to the server for new HTML pages. And that's what we mean when we say a single page application. We only ever receive a single HTML page from the server. Then React just swaps out the content for each page as we navigate around the site, clicking links. So in this course, we'll mainly be using React to build entire websites this way. But I will also show you how to use React in an existing website to begin with in order to teach you the basics. Then we'll move on to building entire sites this way with React.